Hey, and welcome back to Talk About Worlds. I'm SirFelixTheCat, and this is The Blender. Alright, today I kind of just wanted to nerd out and talk about some things I think would be really cool to have out in the world. And some of them are going to be a little weird, but just bear with me. First one. We've had a bunch of DC movies, we've had a bunch of Marvel movies, and we all know some of the coolest comics are the crossovers when DC and Marvel combine. So we need that. We need DC and Marvel, Warner Brothers and Disney to just work together. Work together and just give us a Marvel versus DC movie. And I don't care who wins, who loses. I don't care about any of that. I just want to see it. I think it would be just so brutally awesome to see all these heroes and villains go up against each other. It'd be fantastic. That is a wet dream of movies. Another thing I would like to see is more video game movies, but done right. Like, follow the game to an extent. We had Monster Hunter come out. It followed no game whatsoever. It kept some premises, but also threw in like the whole traveling between dimensions and ending up in that world and whatnot. It was weird. It wasn't the worst thing ever, like some people acted like it was, but yeah, it was just generic movie with Monster Hunter theme. But I want some more done well. Just respect the source material. We need more people behind these movies who actually enjoy the games, or if they don't enjoy the games, like we have the God of War series coming out soon, and the guy behind it doesn't play the games, but he is a giant nerd and he respects source material. So even someone like that who just is going to respect it, not pull an Amazon and do like the Power of the Ring or whatever it's called and just take the source material, wipe their butt with it, and throw it out there on screen. That's trash. Let's get some good video game movies. Like, do Mega Man Legends. It's simple. It's very simple. A simple concept. It's just going to take very big budget. Sadly, a very big budget. And speaking of that, I would like to see budgets drop. Not just for movies, but for video games. We overpay on this stuff. If you look at some of the stuff we get, we pay, the studio will pay just millions upon millions for good CG, and it comes out looking like trash. That needs to be corrected. We really need to rein in budgets just across the board. It's absurd. CEOs making billions of dollars needs to kind of stop. Cut that back some. They could save some money, not have to spend so much, but they also have to not take as big of a cut. So yeah, they can't buy their 15th yacht, their 12th mansion. They have to live within some sort of means. We should do that. We should absolutely do that. It would also save us in the tech industry. When you have the CEO of Apple going out and buying huge mansions and stuff, they don't really need that. Live within a means. You could lower the price for the people, you're going to sell more. That goes for everything. It goes for video game consoles. You lower the price, you will sell more. Video games especially, because you're making the money off the game itself. You're not making much money off the hardware. So lower budgets, lower the cost of everything, you're going to sell more. The Switch, if they drop the price to say $150 for the OLED OLED version, you would sell a ton more. Coming up to the lead up to the Switch 2, it's probably not as likely. If they had done it a year ago, you would have sold a ton more, and you would make the PS2 sales look like a joke right now. But they opted not to do that because they want to make more money right now, which they're not making much money off that. It's ridiculous. It's the same thing that Microsoft does, which just shows they're trying to hemorrhage money, which I was talking to Hawk about that, and we agree. Xbox, like Microsoft, must have some people working within Xbox that just kind of have a fetish for losing money. Everything they're doing is just losing money. They're talking about adding Steam to it. That's a license they have to pay to get Steam on there. That's losing more money. I don't get why you're doing that. Plus, the Steam they're going to launch isn't even Steam proper. People were thinking oh yeah, now I'm going to be able to play every Steam game. No, bro, you're going to be able to play some Xbox games that are on Steam. So why even have it? Honestly, at that point, why have it? It's pointless. It is pointless. And if they did have full Steam on there, Steam has better sales than Xbox does, so again, you're going to lose money. It makes no sense. It makes no sense at all. I don't understand what they're doing, but yeah, they could all use a budget cut. Another thing I would kind of like to see, and this is going to stay on that topic, and this is the whole reason I'm actually doing this video. I just wanted to throw out a couple things I would like to see first. I would like to see scalping die. Just go away forever. No more scalping. Like, I've made jokes, and I would actually support them doing this. And sadly, I don't... In order to do it, you're going to have to give up a lot of information, so I'm kind of iffy on it, but I support the idea of it at least. Basically, for like new consoles that come out, since they get scalped up like instantly, you need to put out like an agreement that when you purchase this, you're agreeing that for the next like 6 months to a year, you are not going to resell this without permission from the console manufacturer. And if you try to do it before then, you owe that console manufacturer 3 times the amount that console's worth. So yeah, go ahead, try to scalp it. You're going to have to scalp it for like $2,000 now, because you're going to have to pay about $2,000 once you get caught with that fee. And look at Nintendo. They have Nintendo ninjas, excellent lawyers, and people who just dive in and try to find people doing things that Nintendo doesn't want them to do. It would work out perfect. It would work out perfect. It would put an end to it. Also, it'd be great if our just, the US government just decided to crack down and make some laws against it. Like, that would be wonderful. Scalping, reselling, like that is not a job. We should not treat it like one. Like, at all. That should not be a thing that's allowed to happen. It is the scummiest thing a person can do. Besides, I actually have another story about something scummy. I don't live in a rich area. I'm not super wealthy. And so my wife goes to the grocery store and ends up accidentally leaving her wallet in the bathroom. And the place where the bathroom is right around the corner from the dairy section. So she had just walked out, walked over to look at the milk, realized she forgot her wallet, goes back in there. Now the bathroom's taken. There's an employee in there. She waits for the employee to come out, and she asks her, like, hey, did you see a wallet in there? And the old lady's like, no, I didn't see one. There's no wallet in there. And then a day later, we end up getting the wallet back, and all the money was taken out. Luckily, the cards and ID and everything were still there, but took the cash that was in there. And that's scummy. How are you going to steal from people who aren't even rich? Like, you're a scumbag. You are a scumbag. How do you know that person that you just stole from didn't like just have something terrible happen, and that money you took out of their wallet was all the money they had in their name? You just figured, oh, well, I want money now, so I deserve it and they don't. I'm the kind of person who, if I find money, I will turn it back in. It could be $10 billion. I will try to turn it back in to do the right thing. I mean, I'm not going to find $10 billion. That would be completely different. If I found that, guarantee it's probably some illegal drop, and I'm now going to have a target on my head because I picked up the money and took it to the cops. One of those movie situations. Anyways, I would really like to see more people be honest, just decent and good people. And people who do that and people who scalp are not good people. Like, you are literally a scumbag. You are the lowest of low. Especially when it comes to it happens with everything, but especially when it comes to game consoles. A lot of times, a parent is buying this game console for their child, or a grandparent's buying it for their grandchild. And you're thinking like, oh, well, I bought it. I decided to have my bots go out there and get me like 15 different copies of this console. So now I'm going to go ahead and resell it for twice the amount. And I deserve that money. You don't deserve that money. You deserve nothing. I would love to see you deserve prison time. Like, it should just be a federal crime. I mean, just make it the biggest crime you can possibly do. It will put an end to it, and it needs to end. Instead, we're so worried about, trying to go after people that don't look like us. They're not the same skin color, but we're not going to stop the criminal things that happen. I could get more political on that and go on for another half hour, but we need to really come together as humanity and work together as humanity. Kick the scumbags out. Get rid of scummy people. There are super scummy things that happen all the time. All the time. Look at Twitter. Musk bought Twitter for, it was like $44 billion or something like that. He then turned around and sold it to himself, another company that he owns. So essentially sold it to himself at a loss, and then wrote that loss off on taxes. So he got to keep his thing and then get more money out of it, like write it off on his taxes. That's scummy. That's super scummy. We need to stop scumbaggery from happening. Like, it is trash. And I put scalping on the same level as all that. It is terrible. Look what we had happen with the PS5. That was during the time of COVID. And that hurt people. Like, people who just wanted to enjoy the game, like enjoy what they enjoy, didn't get to do it because scumbag over here had to go buy all of them and try to sell them for a huge markup. That needs to end. We really need to come together and find a way to stop that. And I fully support Nintendo going out and like saying like, hey, you can only have one. And if you try to buy multiple ones too soon, then yeah, we're going to go after you. I mean, I'd say maybe two max. Because if you have multiple kids, you're going to want to give them to multiple kids. But not go crazy and be like, well, you can buy like 15 of them. You could buy 20. None of that nonsense. That's definitely got to stop. That has absolutely got to stop. There's got to be more checks and balances on online shopping too, so we can stop the online scalpers. Because that's where the majority of them come from. They do get them from physical stores. I admit that. But we need to stop the online part, because that's the worst. That is the absolute worst of it. And I kind of appreciate how Nintendo is doing the Switch 2 drop. Like, their pre-order doesn't go in until May, like a month before the console drops. That's when they're doing theirs, and it's literally going to be one per active NSO Supreme tier, whatever the heck they call it, the in plus expansion or whatever, where that's when you get one. And I greatly appreciate that. They're going to hard limit it and stop scalping, at least on their end. You have GameStop, who does their thing where you have to have a pro membership, and it's pretty much the same thing. Have a pro membership and you could get one per pro membership. I appreciate that. They're doing their job. Walmart, Amazon, Best Buy, they're really not doing anything about it, which is sad and disgusting. And I think they should be held accountable too. We should have the stores and locations also crack down on it. And again, they don't want to. They have no incentive to. The fact that GameStop does that is just mind-blowing, because they have no incentive to do this unless like the game developer or game console manufacturer is putting pressure on them. Like, they don't, because they're making money either way. They don't care who it comes from. They're just making money, and they're happy about that. But I would like to see some pressure put on them. And really, the best way that would come down is through laws and regulations, which, I don't know, maybe one day we'll get there. I don't see that happening, at least in the US, for the next few years. We have a very hardcore, I want to make sure people pay a lot of money president. I don't care what your opinion is, but he does like to make money. That's his whole thing, is selling, and he's not going to stop anybody else from making money. He'll like it even more if he can make money himself. You can't deny that. That's not argumentative for politics. I'm just stating a fact. He likes money. I mean, the gold toilet and all. He likes money. Most people like money. I wish it would go away. I wish we could find a replacement for it. That would be beautiful. But yeah, that's the whole reason I made this video, is talk about scalping and how it needs to end and how those people are scumbags. So yeah, thank you for watching this random rant on a Monday. And yeah, if you liked it, let me know. If you agree, let me know. If you have any other suggestions for things that we should do to scalpers to stop it, please definitely let me know. I want to start a conversation about this one. But yeah, like, subscribe, do all that fun stuff, and until next time, you take care. Hey, thanks for watching.
Give us a like if you enjoyed it, and dislike it if you didn't.
Let us know what you think about the channel.
And don't forget to subscribe.
Tell your mom.